Hi. Hello, guys. We have a customer switch and it's got a note on it. And the note says, close the Nintendo Switch as we spoke on WhatsApp. It doesn't switch on. Also, the cartridge got stuck and bent on off the pins. You can see in the slot. Hope you can fix it and let me know how to pay you. So, let's see what is wrong with this switch. The condition. For pretty scratched. I was hoping that's a screen protector, but it wasn't. Um, yeah, it's a pretty battered switch, and the game slot has indeed got bent pins. The back casing is completely broke, but that's the inside. Okay, so first thing what I want to do is see if it powers on with the power button. No, no power button, no power. All right, let's have a look at the charge port. Um, Charge port looks okay. No, it doesn't. There's bent pins. There you go. So it's a charge port issue. So I've got my bench power supply connector here that I made. It's plugged in. Just want to see if we get any power. So I'm putting 4.2 volts in it. There's no short on there, so it should technically power up now if I press the power button. Nope, no, nothing. That's interesting. So there is another. I don't know if there's another short on there. Something's happened. Right, okay. That obviously doesn't work. Maybe if we jump it manually. No, not powering on at all. So I guess the best thing to do is take the board out and let's inspect it. All right, this is the game card. We will have to sort that out later. There's a little bit of liquid damage in there. Right, so if we go under the microscope, we'll have a look to see what's going on. Actually, clean that thermal paste. Right, let's have a look. So, water indicator's slightly pink, so it has had some sort of liquid ingress. Looks okay that side. Yep, all looks good that side. So what I'm going to do is literally just check the shorts before I change the port. If there is a short on M92, it could be because the port's all bent inside. So again, you guys can't hear the beep of my multimeter, so I'm going to make the beep sound. There you go. Here we go. Nope, no beep. Nope, no beep. So I don't see any shorts on the board. No shorts at all. But with a battery plugged in, it's still not powering up. Is that just because it's shorted on there, it's affecting everything else? The fuse isn't blown. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the port. And now let's get this old port off. Okay, so that's the port changed. Let's see what we get on the ammeter. Does it charge? Okay, 3 volts, 0 amps. And on the other side, not 3 volts, 15 volts. Okay, same thing, 15 volts, 0 amps. So that should technically boot. Let me use my charged battery type thing. Bench power supply. Do we get a reboot sequence? And we do. Perfect. So it is now working. So it was just a port issue. That was nice and simple. So let's get it back in the switch and then we'll start looking at the game card reader. Okay, so before I put the APU on, we're gonna have to sort out this game card reader because the pins are all messed up in it. So I'm just gonna put this on charge to allow it to boot up. Oh, need to screw that down. And then in the meantime, while it's charging, we'll see if we could straighten out the pins in there because I don't have a spare one, especially for a V1 anyway. All right, let's just leave that on charge. We'll leave that be. Now let's concentrate on this. You can see it's pretty messed up in there, so I'll try my best to straighten these pins out. Okay. I think that is probably going to do it. There's only one way to find out. They might be a bit low, but it should give a good enough contact. So let's see if it's going to read. Once this is powered up, let's just connect it while it is charging. Actually, I'm impatient. I'm just going to use my bench power supply to power it up. Right, here we go. Okay, first time powering it up. Ready? Is it going to read a game? Oh yeah, we did it. Look at that. Feels like it's right. We're just gonna have to do a bit more adjustments. That's really not. It feels like this is vibrating. Is it vibrating? There's no vibration motors in it. Oh, it's the fan. So the fan's dodgy too. That is strange. Is it? I think it's stuck. I think it's just worn out. I need a new fan as well. I can feel the bearings have gone in it. I can literally feel it vibrating when I try and spin it. So I might have to give him a replacement fan. Just see if that fan now works. Yep, the fan's fine. Just needed a new fan. So let me put it fully back together and we'll give it a test, see if it's all working, and then that's a fixed switch. Oh yeah, and there's no shielding. No SD card reading either. So put this band over the top, just to keep the back on. And let's have a look. Does it power on with the power button? Yes, it does. Touchscreen works perfectly. I do, however, want to try it on the internet. Internet. Hey, so the update's on 14. That's the lowest I've ever seen it. Oops. Yeah, the update's on 14. That's crazy. Lowest, but it's connected to the internet fine. Um, let's turn that brightness up, man. Oh, that is. It's probably because of that. Yeah. Quite a dark looking switch. Yeah. Right, let's try it with the game again. Yep, it's read the game. I think that's reading just fine. So that's another repaired switch. I'll try the Joy-Cons later, but if there's an issue with them, I will come back and let you guys know. So if you like this video, please give a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.